In a shocking turn of events, 50 Cent has filed an $8 million lawsuit against Rick Ross for illegally producing a BMF film without securing life rights from Lil Meech. And in true defiant fashion, Rick Ross fired back publicly, refusing to pay a single cent and vowing to push forward with the project regardless. What unfolding is not just a legal battle. It's a fiery collision between two titans of hip-hop, pride, power, and personal vendettas. And knowing 50 Cent's history, Rick Ross may have just poked the wrong bear. One who bites back with lawsuits, petty power moves, and a relentless hunger for revenge. The gloves are officially off. What started as a simmering industry rivalry has now boiled over into a full-blown legal inferno. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is taking his beef with Rick Ross to a new level: courtroom drama. Just days ago, reports confirmed that 50 filed an $8 million lawsuit against Ross for allegedly launching a BMF film project without acquiring the life rights of Demetrius Lil Meech Flannery Jr., the son of the infamous drug kingpin Big Meech, and the star of 50 Cent's own BMF series. That's a major violation in the entertainment world. Life rights aren't just paperwork, they're legal leverage, especially in the world of biographical storytelling. Without them, you're trespassing on someone's legacy. But apparently, Rick Ross doesn't care. In a bold and jaw-dropping response, Rick Ross clapped back in true boss fashion, telling the world that he won't pay a dime and plans to continue producing the BMF film no matter what legal action 50 tries to throw his way. That's not just a response, that's a declaration of war. Ross didn't blink. No settlement offers. No backing down. Just a middle finger to the lawsuit and a smirk on his face. And if you know 50 Cent, you know that's exactly the kind of move that lights his fire. You disrespect his business, his image, or his connections, and you're signing up for hell. Ross may think he's dodging a lawsuit, but what he's really done is give 50 Cent exactly what he wants: a reason to come for blood. This all started brewing after whispers in the industry began to spread that Rick Ross was secretly developing a BMF film of his own, without permission from Lil Meech, who holds critical rights to the story. That alone set off alarms. Because while Big Meech may be the original face of the Black Mafia family empire, it's Lil Meech who has carried the torch publicly, especially through 50 Cent's Star series, where he plays his father. The idea of Ross going behind closed doors, gathering up producers, and scripting a project without even reaching out to the family, it was bound to blow up. And now it has. 50 Cent's legal team came prepared. The $8 million lawsuit reportedly includes claims of unauthorized use of likeness, intellectual property infringement, and a clear violation of rights associated with the BMF brand. But what's just as important as the legal angle is the personal one. Because make no mistake, this isn't just business. This is deeply personal. 50 Cent and Rick Ross have been embroiled in one of hip-hop's most notorious beefs for over a decade. Diss tracks, baby mama drama, trolling on social media. This isn't new. What's new is that the stakes are higher now. This isn't about clout or charts. It's about legacy, and both of these men are fighting for it. Ross's refusal to back down is telling. He sees this as his moment. Let's be real. Ever since BMF became a cultural staple on Stars, Ross has been on the outside looking in. He's dropped bars about Big Meech, shouted out the BMF lifestyle, even bragged about being close to the streets. But he wasn't the one who made the series happen. That was 50. That was G-Unit. And while Ross played the role of a boss in his raps, 50 was the one actually sitting in the producer's chair, turning Meech's story into a cinematic empire. So now, it looks like Ross is trying to flip the script, literally, and stake his own claim in the BMF saga. But here's the problem. He did it the dirty way. Sources close to the situation claim that Ross never reached out to Lil Meech, never attempted to secure his blessing, and never offered a deal. That's not just reckless. That's suicidal in this industry. You can't just snatch someone's life story and turn it into a film like you're remixing a track. This isn't the mixtape game. This is Hollywood. And Hollywood plays by contracts, lawyers, and consequences. Ross, in his ego, may be pretending he doesn't care, but this lawsuit isn't just going to disappear. And if history has taught us anything about 50 Cent, it's that he plays the long game. He doesn't quit. He sues. He trolls. He exposes. He pushes until you crack. And then he makes a TV show about how you cracked. But what makes this even crazier is the level of disrespect Rick Ross is showing. Not just a 50, but a Lil Meech and Big Meech as well. Imagine launching a project based on someone's life. Someone who is still alive, whose son is already starring in a successful TV adaptation, and then saying publicly that you don't care about securing their permission. That's not confidence. That's arrogance. That's desperation. Ross is clearly looking for some heat right now. His music hasn't made the same waves in recent years. His social media clout is fading. He's been clowned for trying to keep up with younger rappers. And now, with this move, it looks like he's trying to hijack someone else's story to stay relevant. But he chose the wrong story and the wrong enemy. 50 Cent isn't just a rapper anymore. He's a media mogul. He's a legal tactician. He's got real Hollywood pull. When you come for his intellectual property, especially something tied to one of his biggest TV franchises, you're not just facing some angry rapper on Instagram. You're facing a man who has the power to shut down entire productions, freeze